The room feels quieter than ever, but not empty. There's a presence now, a weight built from everything that has come before. Every upload, every adjustment, every moment of doubt and clarity layered on top of each other until something new has formed. Not just a creator, but a system thinker. Someone who no longer sees the platform as a mystery, but as an environment that can be navigated, influenced, and to some extent, understood. And within that understanding, the YouTube Partner Program begins to reveal its final layer, not as a goal, not as a reward, but as a continuous loop that never truly ends. Because what becomes clear at this stage is something that feels almost counterintuitive, that stability is temporary. Even when things are working, even when growth feels steady, even when the channel seems to have found its rhythm, there is always movement beneath the surface, subtle shifts in audience behavior, changes in trends, adjustments in how the platform, YouTube, prioritizes content. And ignoring those shifts, even briefly, can slowly pull a creator out of alignment. And this awareness creates a new kind of vigilance, not fear, not anxiety, but attentiveness. A constant, quiet observation of what's changing, what's working, what's fading. Because at this level, success is not something you achieve once. It's something you maintain through awareness, through responsiveness, through a willingness to adjust before decline becomes visible. There are moments now where the creator looks at their own content with a different kind of honesty, not the harsh self-criticism of the early days, but a clear, objective evaluation, asking not, is this good? But is this still effective? Because effectiveness is what determines survival in a system that doesn't pause, doesn't slow down, doesn't wait. And within this evaluation, a new pattern begins to emerge, that the creators who last the longest are not the ones who avoid change, but the ones who anticipate it, who evolve before they are forced to, who experiment before their growth stalls, who refine before their performance declines. And this proactive mindset becomes one of the strongest advantages a creator can develop. But being proactive requires energy, focus, and discipline, because it means continuing to improve even when improvement doesn't feel urgent, continuing to learn even when things seem stable, continuing to push forward even when there is no immediate pressure to do so. And this is where many begin to slow down, not because they can't continue, but because they feel like they no longer need to. And that feeling, subtle, almost invisible, is one of the most dangerous points in the entire journey. Because it leads to complacency, to small delays, to missed opportunities that don't seem significant at first, but accumulate over time. And before a creator realizes it, the momentum they built begins to fade. But those who recognize this pattern, who understand the importance of staying active, staying engaged, staying curious even when things are going well, they avoid this decline. They maintain their momentum not by reacting to problems, but by preventing them. And prevention, at this stage, becomes just as important as growth, because it's easier to maintain a position than to recover one that has been lost. And this shifts the creator's focus once again, from building to protecting, from expanding to stabilizing, from chasing new gains to preserving existing ones. But protection doesn't mean resistance to change. It means controlled change, intentional evolution, adjustments made with awareness rather than urgency. Because uncontrolled change can be just as damaging as stagnation, disrupting the balance that has been carefully built. And within this balance, something powerful begins to form, a sense of control, not over the platform, but over the process. A confidence that comes from understanding how to respond, how to adapt, how to navigate uncertainty without losing direction. And this confidence is what allows the creator to move forward without hesitation. There are still challenges, still fluctuations, still unexpected results, but they no longer feel overwhelming. They feel manageable, understandable, part of a system that is dynamic but not chaotic. And this shift in perception changes the entire experience of being a creator. Because now, the journey is no longer defined by highs and lows, but by consistency, by the ability to continue creating, continue improving, continue adapting, regardless of short-term outcomes. And this consistency becomes the foundation of long-term success. And as this foundation strengthens, the creator begins to see something even bigger, that their channel is no longer just a collection of videos, but a structure, a system, a presence that exists within a larger ecosystem. And maintaining that presence requires ongoing effort, ongoing awareness, ongoing commitment. So, as everything settles into this new phase, one final truth becomes clear. The YouTube Partner Program was never meant to be the end of the journey. It was designed to reveal the real journey, the one that begins after entry, the one that requires continuous effort without a defined finish line. And in that realization, there is both challenge and freedom. Challenge, because the work never truly stops. And freedom, because success is no longer a distant goal, but an ongoing process that can be shaped, guided, and sustained over time. Because in the end, the creators who truly succeed are not the ones who reach the top the fastest, but the ones who understand how to stay there. And staying there is a skill that must be practiced, refined, and protected every single day.